California police have been illegally sharing license plate reader data. A major audit found that California cops shared data on the movements of millions of drivers without having policies in place, disregarding state law. We should have Amazon Ring. It's a good thing that law enforcement can get all of your Ring footage, by the way. It's good that you have Ring at your house that Amazon puts in, and they allow the police to surveil you. Oh, and then they sell facial recognition software to cops, too. That's good. That's good we have this mass surveillance. I can't ever imagine it being misused. But here's what they're doing with license plates. Some of California's largest police department have been collecting millions of images of driver's license plates, sharing them with entities around the country without having necessary security policies in place, in violation of state law, according to a newly released state audit. The audit, published Thursday, found that 230 police and sheriff's departments in the state currently use automated license plate readers, which can be fixed cameras or devices mounted on patrol cars. Police have touted the technology as necessary for enforcing parking and basic municipal laws and as a vital tool in child abduction cases and other high-profile investigations. But the California State Auditor's Office found that most of the data collected is on innocent people and their car movements. Los Angeles Police Department, for example, has collected more than 320 million images. Only 400,000 of those generated immediate matches to cars of interest. The remaining 99.9% of the images, which can be used to track people's movement across the city, stay stored in a department database for more than 5 years. The LAPD then adds other sensitive information to that database, sometimes tagging the photos with criminal records, names, addresses, and dates of birth. Meanwhile, the department has not established any written policy governing proper use of this data, which is in violation of a 2016 state law. Something happened in Georgia in which a police officer took a bribe to look up a woman's license plate to determine if she was an undercover officer. Wow. Here's what Senator Scott Wiener had to say about this. This is very troubling. This technology reportedly exists to help with parking enforcement and other basic law enforcement's responsibilities, and yet we're seeing a huge amount of data collected, retained, and shared unnecessarily. And the LAPD said it plans to finalize an ALPR plan. That's a plan on how to use this data. By April, they're supposed to form a plan. Until April, the 99.9% of data, they'll keep collecting that and storing it. Then come April, they're going to come up with a plan. And don't worry, your civil liberties will be well in check. So that's going on. That's going on in California. Simultaneously, people are installing Ring in their homes. And many of them don't realize that they're being surveilled by the police. The police make contracts with Amazon Ring. We don't even know to what extent. We only know what we see on the surface, where they give them all of the footage, which means police can surveil an entire neighborhood at all times. They hand over that footage. Oh, and then they have facial recognition software. Now, in Northern California, they did ban the use of facial recognition software for police. But it's still going on in other areas. All right. So, a lot of people, they read George Orwell, and they thought it, apparently they thought it was a blueprint. They thought it was a guide. George Orwell wasn't an instruction manual, folks. It was a warning.
Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. You can tweet me an article at Ron Placone. We'll go through it together and make it our own. Get your news